Make it mandatory for all young adults to serve at least one term in one of the branches of the United States Armed Forces would have a huge impact on our unemployment rate, as well as giving youth a greater sense of discipline, getting them away from the triggers of their troubled youth, and allowing them to be better contributors of society. A military term is basically just one term in either the 4 years in either the Army, Air Force, Navy, Marine Corps, or Coast Guard. Okay. So what benefits would the military have on our young adults? That's pretty simple. The first thing is to do is give them a stable environment. They don't have to worry about rent. They don't have to worry about getting their food. They don't have to worry about anything else other than going to work, coming home. Going to work, coming home, following directions. They're basically led every day on how they are to behave, what they're to do, how to tie their shoes, how to basically do everything. So it puts them in an environment where they don't have to worry about all these outside stressors, and it gives them time to figure it out what they want to do with their life. It also gets them away from their youthful indiscretion. So if they got in trouble in school, or they got in trouble with the law with their friends before graduating high school, by putting them in the military right away, it's going to directly impact their life. It's going to put them in that sterile environment and allow them to move on like they had a clean slate and just do good things with their life. And it's also going to give them a career path. It's basically going to give them a trade. They're going to be learning a trade where they can do just about anything they choose in the military, from learning how to be a sharpshooter on a rifle, to fixing things, to just about anything, tactics, not to mention the discipline and leadership that they're taught in any of the branches of the military. As of June 1st, 2012, the unemployment rate was 8.2%. 8.2%. And that's from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. 8.2% is pretty high. That means 8.2% of Americans are unemployed. And if we made military service mandatory after high school, that 8.2% would instantly lower, because that's taking that echelon of our citizens and putting them in a job where it's mandatory for them to be in for 3 to 5 years. Not only that, but it gives service members a trade to continue in the civilian sector. So when they got out, they're not going to be unemployed, because now they've learned something that they can carry on and do. And it's going to add character traits such as integrity, leadership, loyalty, discipline, which will make them more competitive for the job market and assist them in maintaining the job once they're hired. So now we've given them a trade. We've given them traits that make them easier to keep the job once they've got it, and it actually gives them traits that make them more qualified for leadership positions, so they give them more money to be anyways. After high school, many kids don't even know what they want to do. So by joining the military, they're given a trade that matches their aptitudes. They're given tuition assistance that lets them go to school once they figure out what they want to do. It gives them the money, the means to go to college for free and actually get trained in something that they want to do. If they don't get their degree while they're in, they're given the GI Bill, where they can actually finish their degree for free or next to free. And maybe some of these individuals find that their career path is in the military, and then they can just go ahead and stay in the military, possibly retire, and collect that pension. Veterans are respected. If you look around in most of the occupations, such as police, firefighters, school counselors, principals, senators, congressmen, within these fields you have you can tell who the veterans are, and those people are usually more respected because they have a certain way about them. They, it might be that they care a little more. They have that sense of cohesion and camaraderie that attracts people and allows them to be more respected in their fields. The military teaches individuals how to deal with complex, stressful situations, making them more competitive for leadership positions. Just that can't be explained anymore. On a day-to-day basis, the military is having to stress service members out in order to achieve the end state, usually in a wartime environment. Service members are also taught how to take care of their mental and physical health. In the military, we're constantly drugged down to medical so we can get our physical being checked out. We need a physical. We need to get our hearing checked, our eyes checked. We gotta, we gotta make sure that we don't have any remnants of PTSD. All these different things that are forcing us to take a look at ourselves and within to make sure that we're not, we're not sick. And by being better physically and mentally, we become better as a better contributor within the military force or the civilian force. And veterans, regardless of branch, share a brotherhood that cannot be duplicated as a civilian. You can't stress enough how important it is to join the military, as that brotherhood is a bond that cannot be matched in the civilian side. Mandatory service would substantially lower the unemployment rate by giving kids an immediate job after high school and teaching them a trade to carry over the rest of their life. And this is what I'm concluding on. You can't stress enough that it would take these kids out of the unemployment line and put them into a field right away, right after high school, and that unemployment rate would instantly lower. And by serving at least one term, it gives them a chance to decide on that career that they want to do, and they're also more respected within their job field once they get done in the military. I hope I was able to convince you that military is a necessary thing for the United States.